Imagine if you could add an extra decade to your life, not by spending hours at the gym, taking expensive supplements, or completely changing your lifestyle, but by doing one simple, free, and effortless practice for just 5 minutes a day. What if science proved that this tiny habit could lower your risk of chronic disease, sharpen your mind, and even slow down aging at the cellular level? The secret isn't some miracle drug or futuristic technology. It's something you already do 20,000 times a day without thinking: breathing. But here's the catch: most of us are doing it wrong. Shallow, rushed breathing keeps our bodies in a constant state of low-grade stress, accelerating aging and inflammation. But deep, intentional breathing, done correctly, can reverse damage, boost longevity, and add years to your life. And the best part, you can start right now, no equipment or training needed. If you're ready to unlock the science-backed secret to a longer, healthier life, keep reading. And don't forget to subscribe for more life-changing health tips, because who wouldn't want an extra decade of vitality? The science behind breathing and longevity. Breathing is the only bodily function that happens both automatically and voluntarily. That means while your body keeps you breathing without conscious effort, you can also take control of it to influence your health in profound ways. Researchers at Harvard Medical School found that just 5 minutes of deep breathing daily can reduce cortisol, the stress hormone, by 30%, lower blood pressure by 10 to 15 points, increase heart rate variability, a key marker of resilience. But how does something as simple as breathing actually extend your lifespan? 1. It slows cellular aging. Every cell in your body has tiny protective caps called telomeres, which shorten as you age. Shorter telomeres equals faster aging. Chronic stress speeds up this process. But a groundbreaking study in Nature Aging 2023 found that people who practiced deep breathing had longer telomeres, equivalent to being 10 years younger biologically than their actual age. 2. It reduces inflammation. Inflammation is the root cause of most chronic diseases: heart disease, diabetes, even Alzheimer's. A study in psychosomatic medicine showed that slow, controlled breathing lowers inflammatory markers like IL-6 and TNF-alpha, reducing disease risk. 3. It strengthens your immune system. Deep breathing increases oxygen flow, which boosts lymphatic drainage, your body's natural detox system. A study in Frontiers in Immunology found that people who practiced daily breathwork had 40% higher natural killer NK cell activity, meaning their immune systems fought viruses and cancer cells more effectively. 4. It protects your brain. Stress shrinks the hippocampus, the memory center of the brain. But research from Stanford University found that slow breathing activates the prefrontal cortex, improving focus, memory, and emotional control. It also increases BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a protein that helps grow new brain cells. Real-life proof: the longest-lived people do this daily. If you want evidence that deep breathing extends life, look no further than the world's blue zones, regions where people live significantly longer, healthier lives. Researchers have studied these populations for decades, and one common thread emerges: conscious breathing is woven into their daily rituals. 1. Okinawa, Japan, the island of centenarians. Okinawa has the highest concentration of people over 100 years old. Their secret? Ikigai, a sense of purpose, and hara hachibu, eating until 80% full, but also mindful breathing. Morning teiso, stretching with breathwork. Every morning, Okinawans practice radio teiso, gentle group exercises synchronized with deep, rhythmic breathing. Studies, Journal of Gerontology, link this habit to lower stress hormones, cortisol levels 25% below average, stronger vagus nerve tone, key for heart health. Yumaru breathing circles. Okinawan elders gather in social circles where they laugh, share stories, and breathe deeply together. This communal breathing reduces loneliness, a mortality risk factor, and keeps their nervous systems calm. 2. Sardinia, Italy. The mountain-dwelling superagers. In Sardinia's mountainous villages, shepherds regularly live past 100. Their longevity hack: slow-paced living with intentional breath control. Sapendu, the art of pausing. Sardinians take midday breaks where they sit quietly, inhaling deeply through the nose while gazing at the horizon. A study in aging clinical and experimental research found this habit lowers blood pressure by 12 mmHg on average, boosts melatonin production for better sleep. Shepherd's breath technique. While walking hillsides, they practice a 3-step method. Inhale for 4 steps. Hold for 2 steps. Exhale for 6 steps. This matches breathing to movement, a trick ultramarathoners now use to enhance endurance. International Journal of Sports Medicine. 3. Icaria, Greece, where people forget to die. On this tiny island, dementia rates are 75% lower than in the U.S. Locals credit their sickness, silence, tradition, daily periods of quiet, deep breathing. Afternoon pluma breaks. Instead of coffee naps, Icarians lie down post-lunch, place a hand on their belly, and take 10 deliberate breaths. Research in cardiology reviews shows this reduces arterial stiffness, a major predictor of heart attacks, balances blood sugar by activating parasympathetic nerves. Church bell breathing. Every evening, church bells chime 7 times. Locals sync their exhales to each bell. A real-world form of resonance breathing, proven in nature human behavior to optimize heart-brain coherence. 4. Loma Linda, California, the Breathing Adventists. This U.S. blue zone is home to Seventh-day Adventists who outlive average Americans by a decade. Their longevity weapon? Sabbath breathing. 24-hour digital detox plus conscious breaths. Every Saturday, they unplug from technology and practice 4 to 7-8 breathing. Inhale 4 seconds, hold 7, exhale 8. A POIS 1 study found this combo lowers oxidative stress by 40% in 3 months, increases telomerase activity, the enzyme that repairs aging DNA. 5. Nicoya Peninsula, Costa Rica, the joyful breathers. Nicoyans live with a motto, Pura Vida, pure life, which includes breath-fueled joy rituals. Dawn Guanacaste breathing. Before sunrise, they face the ocean and take 30 rapid fire breaths, similar to Wim Hof, followed by a 1-minute breath hold. University of Costa Rica research ties this to 28% higher lung capacity, critical for aging well. Elevated DHEA levels, the longevity hormone. Hammock breath naps. Post-lunch, they sway in hammocks while doing alternate nostril breathing, left inhale, right exhale. This yogic technique, per alternative therapies in health and medicine, balances left/right brain hemispheres, triggers stem cell release for tissue repair. Science says, mimic these habits to live longer. The 2024 meta-analysis in the Lancet Healthy Longevity confirmed that populations with breath-centric cultures share 3 biomarkers: longer telomeres equivalent to 8 to 11 fewer biological years, higher heart rate variability, indicator of stress resilience, lower IL-6 inflammation linked to cancer/autoimmune disease. How to bring blue zone breathing into your life. You don't need to move to Okinawa. Try these culturally adapted tricks. Icaria pause. After meals, sit quietly and take 5 belly breaths, proven to aid digestion. Sardinian step breath. On walks, sync inhales/exhales to your steps. Egg 3 steps in, 4 steps out. Okinawan morning ritual. Before checking your phone, do 1 minute of 4 to 7-8 breathing. Key takeaway. These cultures didn't wait for science to prove breathing works. They've used it for centuries as free daily medicine. Now modern research confirms their habits literally slow aging. Your move, steal 1 blue zone breath ritual today. Your cells will thank you in 10 years. How to make this habit stick. The science-backed guide to lifelong deep breathing. Most people know deep breathing is good for them, but turning it into a lifelong habit is where they fail. Research shows that only 9% of New Year's resolutions succeed, and breathing exercises often fall into the same trap. But what if you could be part of the 11% who actually stick to life-changing habits? After studying behavioral psychology and real-world success stories from Blue Zones, here's your step-by-step playbook to make deep breathing automatic, just like brushing your teeth. 1. Start so small it's impossible to fail. The problem: people aim for 10 to 20 minutes daily, get overwhelmed, and quit. The science: a European Journal of Social Psychology study found tiny habits are 3x more likely to stick long-term. Try this. Week 1. Just 1 deep breath per day after turning off your morning alarm. Week 2. Increase to 30 seconds while your coffee brews. Week 3. Build to 2 minutes post-toothbrushing. Why it works: your brain's basal ganglia craves consistency, not intensity. 2. Piggyback on existing habits. The stacking trick. The problem: relying on motivation alone fails when life gets busy. The science: Stanford researcher B.J. Fogg proved habits attach best to existing routines, like after X, I'll Y. Stack your breathing like this. After pouring coffee, 3 belly breaths. After sitting in your car, 4 to 7, 8 breath. After brushing teeth, 1 minute box breathing. Pro tip: write your stack on a post-it. When I routine, I'll breathe. 3. Trigger your senses. The Blue Zone secret. The problem: out of sight equals out of mind. The science: Okinawans use environmental cues, morning light, church bells, to remind them to breathe deeply. Hack your environment. Scent: keep peppermint oil at your desk. Sniff equals breath reminder. Sound: set a calming chime, not a jarring alarm, every 3 hours. Touch: wear a bracelet. Every time you notice it, take a breath. Study bonus: Journal of Environmental Psychology found scent cues increase habit adherence by 40%. 4. Track progress visually. The don't break the chain method. The problem: invisible progress kills motivation. The science: Jerry Seinfeld's famous chain method, marking an X on a calendar daily, boosts consistency by 62%. American Journal of Preventive Medicine. Try these trackers. Paper calendar: red X for each day you breathe. App: Streaks or Habit Share, gamifies consistency. Jar method: drop a marble in a jar per session, visualize wins. Critical rule: never miss twice. 1 skip is fine, 2 starts a quitting pattern. 5. Make it social. The buddy system boost. The problem: solo habits fizzle without accountability. The science: a Society of Behavioral Medicine study found having a habit partner increases success rates by 77%. Build your breath tribe. Partner: text a friend your daily breathe done emoji. Group: join a free online breathwork circle. Try Othership. Public pledge: post I'm breathing for longevity. Ask me how it's going. Pro tip: sync breaths with a coworker pre-meeting, even virtually. 6. Link it to a craving. The temptation bundling hack. The problem: breathing feels like a chore, not a reward. The science: UPenn research shows pairing habits with pleasures makes them irresistible. Bundle your breath with coffee/tea. Only sip while breathing deeply. Social media: 3 breaths before scrolling. TV: breathe during commercials. Real-world example: a Journal of Marketing study found temptation bundling triples habit adherence. 7. Overcome the 4 biggest roadblocks. Even with perfect systems, these derail people. Fight back with science. A. I forget. Fix: set a breath anchor. Egg: every time your phone pings, exhale slowly. B. It feels pointless. Fix: track physiological wins. Egg. Post-breathing, my headache faded. C. I don't have time. Fix. Microsessions. Even 3 breaths at stoplights count. Annals of Internal Medicine. D. I get dizzy. Fix. Shorten inhales. Try 2 in, 4 out until adjusted. 8. Celebrate tiny wins. The dopamine key. The problem: skipping rewards makes habits feel unrewarding. The science. MIT research proves celebrating releases dopamine, wiring habits faster. Instant rewards to try. Say yes aloud post-session. Do a victory dance. Sounds silly, but nature neuroscience confirms it works. Smile for 5 seconds. Triggers neuropeptides that reinforce behavior. Critical. Reward effort, not perfection. Even 1 breath deserves a win. 9. The longevity breath calendar. Your 90-day plan. Phase 1. Days 1 to 30. Installation. Goal: attach breathing to 1 to 2 daily routines. Focus: consistency greater than duration. Phase 2. Days 31 to 60. Expansion. Add 1 new breath stack. Egg pre-meals. Track. Note mental/physical changes.